All right. Looks like we are getting ready to go here. Get everything set up, get into the game, get all the channels loaded and everything else. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tim Anderson, aka Renfell, and welcome to the ongoing adventures in Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Hot coffee. Welcome. If you enjoy role-playing, if you enjoy adventure games, if you enjoy any sort of classical fantasy or science fiction, then you've come to the right place. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. Thanks to everybody for your support. Follow along. We're continuing with the adventures here in this game. We're also doing a lot of Lord of the Rings online streaming. We've pretty much wrapped up our Baldur's Gate 3 early access streams. Moving forward, we're going to be doing Lord of the Rings Online, Pillars of Eternity 2, working up to November 10th, I believe, and then we're going to be jumping into Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the month of November, and then after that, we're going to be rolling into Cyberpunk 2077, assuming they don't push it back again from its December date. But in the meantime, let's get going here. So yesterday's adventure, we came out here. Let's see, go into the Port Mage area. We're in this island here, and we had come in and we were exploring. Let me jump out to the world map here real quick, take a look, get a better look at where we were. Show everybody where we're coming. We've pretty much cleared this whole little island around Port Mage, but we have some quests here related to the ruins. The Ingwithian ruins, I believe, is what they're called. And what's going on here is, yeah, the Ingwithian dig site. So what's going on here at the dig site, we can see we've cleared all the rest of the island here. The dig site is where there is some Adra relics that the mayor wants to get his hands on. So we're going to be taking a look at that. And potentially doing some other quests while we're here. So stick around for that, because that's today's adventure. We're kicking off here. We're going to continue exploring these ruins here and seeing what we can see. All right.
Okay. Sure.
Watch your weight.
What's up? Jody bends double, hands resting briefly on her knees before she wipes sweat from her brow. Huffing to catch her breath, she glances up at you with a bright smile.
If you'll spare me a minute, I'd like to perform a last rite for these poorly departed souls.
She reaches for the lantern on her hip.
Please, Watcher. Without my guidance, they might have a hard time finding the light.
So I'm not exactly on the same page with her, because she's all about helping the souls on to the next, and I've got the soul following me for other purposes, but I'll allow it.
Mighty kind of you.
She grins happily. With 2 intense strides forward, she unsheaths her sickle and lantern, fluidly swinging each in a series of well-practiced movements. Chanting, whirling, weapons slicing the air, Jody's voice lilts and falls in an invocation, a summons to any departed lingering in the area.
This here's a final call for all souls. Last stop for the lost. Gather round now, I'll cut you loose and haul you into the light.
Swinging the lantern faster and faster, Jody plants her thighs wide and then thrusts her arms up high over her head. The lantern rattles in her grip, and the light from within flares blindingly bright. In the silence of your held breath, it almost seems like a soul should sift up from within one of the corpses, quivering in the air before siphoning into the lantern's fading brilliance. But the ashen bodies are bereft of souls, so in the end, Jody's light fades without acquiring anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to choose to simply stay silent.
It's my honored duty to reap and shepherd departed souls during their journey to being reborn. With Aethys dead, me and the other reapers gotta gather as many souls as we can. We'll keep him safe until Gon returns to hell and can take him into his divine embrace.
Yeah, rub the dirt from her cheek. A blush spreads hot beneath your thumb, and Jody glances away, no longer able to meet your gaze. But her lips curve into a pleased smile.
I'm keeping lost souls. And here.
She taps the metal frame of the lantern.
And that's all I care to say for now. Let's go.
She nods before setting off. That reminds me of Forrest Gump, and that's all I have to say about that. Alright, quick save. Combat only, the moon's light. Call to the moon for rays of healing moonlight, applying a regenerating effect to nearby allies. That's interesting. Alright, let's continue our exploration up the coast here. Uh-oh.
Why not?
Oh, I hit the wrong button. It's like, what? What just happened?
I think that's beyond me.
So I never crafted in the first version, the first time I played this game a couple years back when it first launched. So I think I'm probably going to take up crafting this time around.
Leave it to me.
That looks like an Andra statue. Oh, let's wait a second.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
That's going out back out to the main world. I don't want to do that. So we've worked our way around. Let's go back down to this section. That looks like we gotta go down into the pit.
Why not?
Oh, looks like there's animals down in there that we're gonna have to take care of. Nothing else here, so looks like nothing else to it. We're gonna have to go down. Give it a quick save. And jumping down in.
Good thing I saw him first. Whoa, whoa, look.
Alright, I need to pause because I may have ran into that a little too quickly. What do I got here? Burst of Summer Flame, Blizzard, Insect Swarm. How big is the AoE? And Jyoti, we want you to...
Think you got the decency to die? Moe, Ixie, on us.
After him!
Well, that worked out pretty well. And fairly quickly.
Yeah. Sure.
Do another quick save here. A luminous Adra
Sure.
pool, so that's going to go down somewhere. Scroll, weather journal page. Whatever Odyssery did to this last batch, it's working. We're seeing much higher concentrations of essence in the harvested Andra. I only wish he'd let the rest of us in on his methods. One of our Huana workers got the jolt of his life transporting one of the crates, and that's on top of the one who got blinded last week. All that this has to say for himself is that they were careless. I'm the one paying these islanders' families out of my own pocket. At this rate, I'm going to be the one idiot who comes out of this whole enterprise with less money than I started. Signed, S. Okay, well, we don't know who S is.
Leave it to me.
Oh, there's a cat up here. Ancient training hall. You kitty kitty. Oh, I was able to pick it up in my inventory. Where did it go? Where's the kitty? Gosha, pet, additional effects, +1 perception, right click for details. While Gosha is following you around, you receive a bonus to perception and enemy weapon attacks are less likely to crit against your party. Okay, well, if she's not following me around, she's in my inventory.
Keeping an eye out.
Well, I'm not going to go into any of the doors yet. Need to finish exploring the area. Warning, extreme danger inside. By order of Odiracy, the training hall is off limits to exploration.
Eh?
Foreman's quarters. Here's another letter. Ferris, take this coin out to the Huana village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's work for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Roparu. They're used to hard work and they don't ask for more than their share. The Roparu are the lowest class of Huana society, designated to work as unskilled laborers and to starve in times of scarcity. Their status is a function of survival in the often unforgiving Deadfire, and not a moral judgment. The Roparu are destined to be reborn into the Kurau or Mataru class in their next life. Okay.
Why not?
That's the foreman's quarters. There's arena sublist. There's a whole bunch of stuff to explore over here. Oh, that's one of those giant. That's a giant footprint from the god.
Leave it to me.
All right.
Let's go.
Seems his go-to is to shapeshift into a wolf. Oh, I'm gonna need to pause and heal. Let's see here. That's second wind, holy radiance. Hmm. So it heals anybody in the ray.
Let's reap this whirlwind.
Alright, she's taking quite a bit of damage. Okay, they're kind of handling their own.
Sure. No problem.
quick save. What is this?
Why not?
The generator occasionally vibrates wildly, and you can faintly hear the sound of metal grinding on metal somewhere inside the machinery. Several men and women appear to be locked inside a cage of some kind. They're little more than silhouettes behind the glass, pointing and gesturing excitedly.
You out there, are the beasts gone?
I took care of the creatures. The woman turns away to have a muffled exchange with the others. Then she pulls at something by the door, and you hear a rattle and clank.
Perfecto. We are saved.
A youngish man with bright eyes and a twitching smile claps his hands in joy as he steps out of the cage. The woman next to him, however, remains sober.
Me and the Watcher? We're always happy to help.
She beams at you, eyes filled with pride.
Governor Clario must have sent you to rescue us, no? But you do not look like one of his guards.
She rises onto the balls of her feet and peers behind you, as if searching for someone else. She looks to only be midway into her 30s, though the serious set of her mouth makes her seem older. Actually, Clario sent me to find Odorisi, or his notes. An older woman hawks an impressive gob of phlegm onto the ground and kicks a clump of dirt over it.
I told you the governor does not care about us. This is all about profit. For him, the rest of the Valian.
Caloste!
She silences the others with a sharp look. She turns back to you with a resigned breath.
You are here, and that is what matters.
The Adra Colossus, where did it go?
Somewhere to the north, I think. By the mercy of all the gods, it must be miles away now.
She shudders.
I do not know why, but it seemed drawn to the pillar of luminous Adra we were excavating.
What are you all doing?
Hiding, of course.
The corners of his mouth spasm. The cranky old woman next to him sighs and lays a comforting hand on his arm.
We were taking measurements of the luminous Adra when something strange began happening.
Fascinating. The pillar started to dim. The ground shook, and our instruments showed unusual variations.
That's when those of us with a grain of sense got into the cage.
She glares at the excitable young man, but he does not seem to notice. What happened then?
The Colossus. Some kind of construct made from luminous Adra. It passed through the arena toward the pillar.
Vanessa closes her eyes.
Moments later, the pillar went dark, and all of our colleagues outside the cage froze. Like they turned to ash.
She goes quiet, her hands clasped in front of her. The young man leans forward, his eyes wide with a perverse kind of excitement.
That is when the panthers and worms showed up. Started going through the tents. It was awful, but Engfirth.
Vanessa shoots him a furious look, and he falls silent again. A confused and slightly injured expression crinkles his face.
Some of our people are still missing in the ruins, including Odorisi, our lead researcher. It is possible he managed to hide.
Her furrowed brow, however, suggests otherwise. I should go look.
Most of the ruins are that way, through the door next to the ramp.
She points to a dark entrance in the eastern wall of the arena.
If you are going below, you should take Engfirth with you.
She turns and motions someone to the front of the group.
Hey, he looks just like...
Adair cuts himself off for reasons not yet apparent. His jaw hangs slack. A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Aleph Corficer all the same. He taps his fingers to his lip, a sly smile working its way across them. So we remember him from the first game.
Engfirth knows a great many spells. At first, he even cast fire to chase away the panthers.
Until the flames nearly caught one of the tents.
You're making a really great case for Engfirth.
Outside of this cage, his skills would be a boon. I do not expect the ruins will be any safer. Many of our people remained behind, which has surely attracted more wildlife. It would be prudent to take help, as long as Engfirth is willing to go.
She looks quickly to Aloth. He nods.
I would be happy to assist.
Of course you would. He holds your gaze with wide, expectant eyes. I'll gladly accept his help. He gives you a quick smile.
Be careful. I'm Miko.
She gives Aloth's hand a quick squeeze before backing away.
I shall try.
Aloth nods at her before leading you a short distance away.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island.
He casts a regretful glance back at Vanessa and the Animancers. Alright, we'll talk later.
Indeed.
We're leaving him as a wizard. Absolutely. Alright, quick save. Now, she said over here to the arena sub-level, but we're not going to go there just yet. Instead, we're going to check out the Adra pool first. Okay.
I see them. It's to the right. Let's go. Sure.
We do anything else down here? I don't. It doesn't appear that we can. At least not at the moment. Okay. Now we're going to check out the training hall, and then we'll check out the foreman's area before we go down. Alright, quick save.
Leave it to me.
The training dummy has long since been frozen into immobility by age. Oh, shoot.
Usual.
That dog won't hunt.
Well, plenty of bad guys and traps, which I can't disarm yet. I should have her heal herself.
Missed. I need something stronger.
That's a skeletal warrior.
How'd I miss?
Be on seek.
I don't have anything to disarm the trap.
Sure.
Do you see that?
I could go for some shut-eye about now.
Yeah, so they're getting damage. I maybe need a thief, which I don't have one at the moment. I could go hire one, I think. Gauntlets of accuracy. May give those. Oh, stop. Just try to avoid traps if we can. The statue bears elaborate detail from the buckles of the warrior's greaves to his curly locks. That leads back out to the dig site. Yeah, let's load game. Now, if I remember correctly, you can hire NPCs from the tavern, and I might want to do that.
That's unusual.
No, stop. I think that's all that was in there. This is why I almost always roll a thief for my first character on the way through, but this time I did not. Alright, and I think we have the foreman's quarters over here somewhere. Yep. I'm assuming more traps.
Ready to brawl?
Let's go. Lava beyond seek.
Pretty good, huh?
A note to Foreman. One of the workers dug up this old Audra medallion in the sublevel yesterday. I doubt Odorissi would be interested in it, and besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be a nice surprise. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus. Okay, here's the medallion. Right-click for details. The small Audra disc is apparently to be meant to be worn as a medallion. One side of the disc depicts a man with its arms raised triumphantly above his head, a blade in one hand and a shield in the other. The other side of the disc has been worn smooth with time and is unreadable. Alright, well, we also have these gauntlets. Might as well give them to him for now. I almost feel like I should go back to... How many... I can't remember if you have 4 or more people in your parties here. Party size, Pillars of Eternity 2. Is it 4? It's 5. Okay. So I can have a thief character, and I haven't found a thief yet. But I feel like I almost want to go back to town and get one before we get deeper into the ruins. Ah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Why not?
Let all champions pay homage to Ixandros, for without him there would be no glory. The copper bowl has tarnished to a deep blue-green. Grime and dust coat the surface in a thin film. Examine the bowl more closely. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow, circular depression. You recognize the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Anguithan ruins. It would have been intended for use only by Anguithans who held high rank or had made some great achievement. In an arena such as this, a champion might fulfill that role. So let's place the champion's medallion into the depression. Fair enough. Here rests Exandros, most virtuous architect. Amulet of Health, Adra Ban. White Adra is an extraordinarily rare precious stone found in some formations of Adra. Okay. Taundra Tara, translated as Andra's Tooth. These are large Baroque pearls. Okay. Take all. That amulet is... Where can I put the... Where do you equip the amulet? Oh, it's here. Let's see. Right now I have this one, which I'm going to keep. Who needs more hit points? 677. You do, good sir. Do you have a hood? You don't need a hood. Alright. Quick save!
Eh?
Poor fools. They were unprepared for this.
Yes, that's true. Oh, this looks interesting.
Leave it to me.
Part of the statue near the legs has been forcibly removed. Praise to bold-hearted Avarix, master of the blade. In memory of Sama, beloved sister, I gift this statue. All that remains of this inscription is Raka the Fortunate. The stone around it is worn smooth. Well, I don't necessarily want to go deeper just yet.
Could be a fight.
Mushroom men.
I'm fixing to be sick.
Glory be to God!
This weapon's no good to me.
She always likes to run right in there, doesn't she?
Lavaru, be on sick.
Why not?
The walls here have collapsed inward, barring any further progress. That goes down. Yeah, probably towards the same area, which we'll avoid for now. Quick save.
I see.
Took care of that one quick. Might as well check up here first.
Looks like trouble.
Alright, crazy lady, come back here. Let... What's his name run in first? Adair, that's his name. He's the tank. He should be charging in first. Oh, I better do a... Can I get all? I can only get 3 of us.
Missed.
Blast, that usually works.
Oh, his concentration check failed. That's interesting.
No problem. Sure.
Out of curiosity, let's just follow this back. Not quite yet. Let's explore this. Nasty green goo. This looks like, yeah, I was gonna say this looks like a laboratory. What is that? Brine imp. Done.
Why not?
Okay. Principe Cape. Joro the Reckless defeated 7 beasts barehanded. Moss and grime have been scraped clear of large portions of this mural, revealing the vibrant hues of the Ingwithan figures beneath. Journal entry. It has been a stroke of unimaginable fortune to find an Ardravane in such pristine condition. The essence is so concentrated here that even from the far side of the corridor, the pillar's light pulses like a star. At times, I almost feel as if I can sense it, like the warmth of sunlight upon the skin. We will need to reinforce the central chamber before attempting further excavations. The ruins are unstable, and Sella's motley workforce of savages and paupers grow more fearful by the day. With the assistance of a single watcher, we could trace the essence in the primary vein and isolate these deposits worthy of extraction. I've petitioned Director Castle and Nekataka for such a resource, but I am continually rebuffed. It is unthinkable that the Valian Trading Company cannot isolate, within the vast borders of its considerable influence, a single suitable candidate. I must assume that the wretched Elette woman is hoarding them for her fanciful experiments. Transportation, as if we have the time to expend on such frivolities. Nekataka! The great and ancient city of Nekataka is so old that its foundations are said to predate the great Huana cataclysm of legend. In recent years, the native Huana population have been crowded by the arrival of Valian and Rawatian, how do I pronounce that? Rawatian colonists, traders, and soldiers. Okay. Well, these tubes are probably leading to some sort of laboratory, so we'll maybe save that for last.
Leave it to me. Good thing I saw him first.
Oh, constructs. Lady, you be crazy. Get back here.
There's a walloping!
All right.
Why not?
Alright, nothing else down here. Which means we go over here to the stairs next.
I don't think I can.
Alright, Buddy, get over here, do your thing. Yeah, somebody went down because he charged in like a crazy druid.
Be gone.
Tis not good.
Leave it to me.
Yeah, leave it to you to
Got it.
die, you crazy man. Tattered note. I wasn't sure about the contrast at first. Those new techniques may be less extreme than those of eccentrics like Galvino, but it gets harder to remember that once the hulking things are moving around like large, noisy, witless dolls. The constructs require daily maintenance, and they make the workers uncomfortable. Still, they've been an effective deterrent to the local wildlife, and I have to admit I've started to feel safer with one of them standing nearby while I work. Oderesi despises the things and avoids them if possible. That alone is a considerable benefit.
For sure.
Quick save and be careful because he can die with... this looks like a puzzle room. Those are those stairs that I came across earlier.
Why not?
These ornate bronze fixtures appear to be braziers. Braziers, sorry, I always pronounce that wrong. Soot lines the interior of the metallic petals, and you spy fresh coal beneath a filigreed grating. Someone lit these recently. Had you the means, you might do the same. Light the brazier with a torch.
Leave it to me.
You scarcely touch the flame to the brazier's surface when it catches with a hollow roar. The flame jets downwards, moving into a narrow channel connecting both braziers.
Well, at least it didn't catch us by surprise.
Yeah, but I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's a combination of three. What are some hints or tips? Or are there any hints or tips? Yeah, I think maybe there are. There's the 3 shields. Yeah, so there's this shield, which is that one right there, I believe. Yep. Then there's that shield, which is this one right here. So it's these 2 for sure, and then there was a shield up over in here. Which is this one. So it's...
Why not?
Yep.
Sure.
I'll be damned. Only the bold, the reckless, and the fortunate shall pass safely beyond. So that's the clue right there. I just saw the shields and was like, hey, I recognize those symbols. Ooh, a gladiator sword. Very groovy. Alright, now we have basically explored everywhere except for up here. Alright, quick save.
That's Odorisi. Sure.
Frozen mid-stride, the grim figure is turned towards the colossal pillar of Audra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dulled surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of a fist is a bundle of papers, bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
I think that's the guy we're looking for. Sure holding on to those papers tight.
As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slough away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. All right. Standing here by the lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ash and dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look upon the Adra and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It is as though it has been disconnected from the wheel. So now it's dead Adra.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
You concentrate, peering into the Audra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Audra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Angwithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Audra pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Audra.
Aothus.
Like all Audra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Aothus. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Aothus. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us! Please! Help us!
Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks, you can feel the presence of your own soul, slumbering deeper in the gyre.
Aothus, stop!
Aothus's stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Aethys's brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Aethys's massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord. The tether, carrying energy from the Audra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Wait.
Time cannot stop for any of us, Watcher. Even me.
Aethys yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Audra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Audra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Audra pillar. Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Audra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
As you return to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You alright? Come on, we just got you back.
Despite his tone, you can see genuine concern in Adair's eyes. I'm not sure.
Well, if you're not sure, now I'm worried. I've seen you commune with souls of the dead, but this looked altogether different. What happened?
His gaze flickers to the brightly glowing Audra. I saw Aethys, and he saw me.
Really? I knew it. I mean, that's great, Watcher. Ain't it?
Jodie can barely contain herself, jumping up and down as she stumbles over her words.
What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
Ayla tints his fingers and smiles. I saw more luminous Audra in his path, but he told me not to follow, that something beautiful is coming.
I wonder if he said the same thing to people in Rayed Saris 20 years ago.
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
Excuse me. I feel a nap coming. Alright, I think I've gotten everything I'm going to get out of here. Maybe I want to put this cloak on instead. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. You've already got a cloak. Can we give you a cloak? Sure. Alright. Gladiator sword. Alright. Quick save, and now we basically can get out of here. Oh, I didn't take a look at those notes either. Where are those at in my inventory? Personal inventory? No, that's the other thing. Let's look for... Let's see here. Journal entry, tattered note, note to foreman, scrawled note, kitty cat with a journal page. Quest items, here they are. Redressi's notes, acquired from his corpse, are a dense collection of jargon and diagrams. They allude to mechanical and chemical processes used to treat Adra while it was refined into powder. These notes would doubtless be of interest to those working directly with Luminous Adra. Well, I suppose we're going to have to decide what to do with those notes, because originally we were supposed to take them back to the captain, or the mayor. What's his name? I forget now. Oh, we've got souls out here now. As the souls move past you, some turn their heads in your direction, but most seem fixated below you, on the Adra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their heads in thanks or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Souls. Dozens of them. Maybe hundreds. They're all going to the Adra pillar.
All of them? Really?
She strokes the edge of her lantern, appearing lost in thought. A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Why don't you just go to the Adra pillar?
We would, and we appreciate that you showed us the way, but what if the Adra goes dark again before we reach the beyond?
The other souls shuffle anxiously and look to each other, then back to you. Very well, follow me.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Shrug, if you want.
Oh, I do. So I will.
She nods, resolute. She glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. As she slides a circle around the area, she begins swinging her lantern faster and further from her body until an ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
Groovy, baby. Groovy. Oh, that updated the lantern quest. The Lantern of Gone. Okay.
We will remain here to see to our dead.
Okay, so they're not going to talk to me anymore.
Leave it to me.
Alright, so I believe from here we're going back to Port Magi. And we're going to turn in the quest. We need to rest as well at the inn. Alright, back to Port Magi. first thing we're going to do is let's go to the Kraken's Eye, and we're going to rest. And then we'll go back to turn in the delivery to the mayor. And then I believe we will wrap up this session. Because I need to get a nap. And then I gotta wake up and get some work done.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
Like a room, please.
Sure thing.
Also, let's sell while we're here.
Still kicking, eh? What, didn't think you had 2 copper pieces to rub together? No offense.
I don't just have 2 copper pieces, I have a lot of copper pieces. Alright. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Right.
Still kicking, eh?
Yeah, actually, like...
Not much point to that without a ship. Folks come by here all the time hunting for...
Alright, so I want to recruit... It says import adventures. I don't know what they are. Fighter, paladin, enchanter, priest, rogue. Who is Vadi? I feel like I want a rogue, so... Recruit Vadi at level 1? Sure. Until I find a thief. Is he in my party now? He is. See, the thing with these guys, though, is I don't think he has a story, so... I forgot about party AI.
Certainly.
Come on, let's talk to him, because I want to respec you. Mr. Thief.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be? Not much point to that without a ship. It's slim.
Alright, which one of these is it? Retrained character, body, level 1 rogue. Oh, so he's level 1, so I can't even retrain him. Okay.
Clario is lying to us.
Clario, that's...
Our ships are gone, and the pirates root all merchants. Either he is more worried than he seems.
Because I haven't come across a thief character yet. If I do, then I'll boot this guy from my party. Alright. Let's go talk to Claudio. Alright, let's go talk to Claudio.
Yes? Something you need?
I have information for you about the dig site.
At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw the same destruction Aethys wreaked on Cadnua. Doresi is dead, along with most of your animancers.
I see. And the work? Odorisi's notes? Was there nothing of his research?
Clario's gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipation. Oh, decisions. Give him the notes.
You did. Gods be kind.
Claudio takes the bundled notes from you with a barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he is flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages.
Belfetto!
Claudio lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up at you with a toothy grin. A grin he hides soon after beneath a cough and some look of regret.
That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
He folds the papers once again and sets his hand over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Aethys, and you still insist on looking for him? He destroyed your ship, killed my people. Would it not make more sense to sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
It's the God of Light we're talking about here.
You are too trusting in your superstition. Believe in what you have seen and felt. The death of every man and woman at that dig site.
He's using the outer pillars as an energy source.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here. Why everyone is here, in truth. The Valiant Trading Company. The Royal Deadfire Company. Countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there, at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
Well, you did promise to help me.
I have not forgotten. We will get you to Nekataka. And for that, you need your sheep. I'll arrange it with Ikawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Thanks for the help.
Pompiaco. It is only right, after all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead. Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valiant Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Nekataka, and the company always appreciates a good head.
Woohoo! That is the quest finished, and we are now going to be able to get our ship back up and going. Alright, mechanics. Yes, please, I'll take more mechanics. And I will also take streetwise. Grappling strike. Alright, I think that's as good a place as any to wrap up the stream for today. For this Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire adventure. We finished the ruins, we're going to get our ship back, and then we're off to Nekataka, which is the next port of destination in our adventure. Thanks so much for following along, for tuning into the live stream. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon to get updates. If you like what you see, follow along, watch the other videos. We'll be back later on tonight for some more Lord of the Rings Online with my brother. And of course, other adventures as we continue on with the channel. So thanks to everyone for tuning in. Stay healthy, stay safe, and safe